Hi everybody, Mr. Leonard here, but you know me as Mr. Awesome. Miss Wells asked me to read this story for you, and I'm happy to. I hope you enjoy it. It's called What If Everybody Did That by Ellen Jabernick, illustrated by Colleen M. Madden. So here's the cover of our book. And we have some questions to think about, and she's going to have some questions for you on one of your packets, I think. So I think it's a very cool story. I hope you enjoy it. When we went to the zoo, I fed just a little of my popcorn to the bear. The zookeeper waved his broom and said, "What if everybody did that?" Are we supposed to feed the bears? Look at the sign right here. The sign says, "Please do not feed the bears." He thought it'd be okay to just give a little popcorn. What's the problem with that? As soon as one person does it, everybody's going to want to do it. And then people are going to throw more than popcorn, and we're going to have these little fat bears. So it's not okay for just one. I just wanted to see how fast the grocery cart would go. Oh, my brother and I used to do that when we were kids. I just wanted to see how fast the grocery cart would go. It went faster than I expected. When the manager stopped me, she said, "What if everybody did that?" What would happen if you would race with your grocery cart in the store? Yeah, you might crash, might knock some things over. Again, you might think it's no big deal if you do it, but if people see you do it, they might do it too. On the way to visit Grandma and Grandpa in Kansas, I dropped just one soda can out the window. The policeman who pulled us over said, "What if everybody did that?" What would happen if everybody just threw one out, just one? But if everybody did that, we'd have all kinds of litter on our roads and in our yards. Which reminds me, April 22nd coming up is Earth Day, when we appreciate the earth and all its beauty and everything that the earth can do for us. We don't want to mess it all up by throwing our soda cans and bottles and trash out. So Earth Day, try to remember to keep things clean. At Uncle William's wedding, I took just a little lick of the frosting from the fancy cake. The lady behind the table glared at me over her glasses and said, "What if everybody did that?" Well, what would happen? Get everybody's fingerprints all over the cake. Blah. Do you like eating food after people have touched it? Oh, there's just a little bit. Oh, there's a little bit here. Oh, a little more here. Blah. No, don't touch it. I told the babysitter that I took a bath just once a year. Gross. As she shooed me into the bathroom, she said, "What if everybody did that?" You don't smell. If the family only took one bath a year, look how dirty they are. Wouldn't want to be in that room. During story time, I had something important to say. I just couldn't wait till the end of the story. The librarian put her finger to her lips and said, "What if everybody did that?" Well, everybody be yelling out, "I gotta go potty! I can touch my shoes, see? How much do you weigh? I'm so hungry. Why can't we read one of those other books? I've already heard this one. My mom said that recycling is a very good thing." And all kinds of stuff. If everybody just said one thing, we'd have all this stuff going on. That poor librarian. Think Miss Walls feels like that at times? Yeah, I bet she does. While we sat in the car waiting for Dad, I honked the horn. I just honked a few times, But Mr. Thompson came to his door. He shook his head and said, "What if everybody did that?" What do you think about, if everybody honked, it'd be beep, beep, honk, honk, be all kinds of noise. Oh, God. That's an old one. Ask your grandparents about that one. All kinds of noise. At the swimming pool, I just splashed a little. The lifeguard blew his whistle and said, "What if everybody did that?" Well, if everybody splashed just a little, you'd have no water in the pool. Would that be fun? No. Might be fun to just kind of sitting there in a puddle, but you think it'd be fun if she jumped off that diving board into concrete? Nope. On the bus, I just stood up to see the fire truck. Mr. Gearshift glared at me in the rear view mirror and said, "What if everybody did that?" You'd be in the way of the fire truck. Fire trucks are very, very cool, but is it safe to stand up on a bus to look at anything? No, you got to stay in your seat or you can cause an accident and everybody on the bus will be hurt. Just once, I didn't hang my coat up on the rack at school. Miss Sanders made me pick it up and said, "What if everybody did that?" You're supposed to hang your coat up when you get there. But if everybody just laid it out on the floor, you'd have a big pile of clothes. Look, there's a student under all those clothes. Kind of looks like the lost and found outside the cafeteria, doesn't it? At recess, I threw just one snowball at Sammy. Mr. Walters saw me. When he sent me to stand by the wall, he said, "What if everybody did that?" You have all kinds of people crying and getting hurt. Snowball fights can be fun when you're at home and you're playing with your friends, but they're not safe at school because too many people aren't paying attention. Have you ever just suddenly, not without paying attention, got hit in the face with a snowball? Not fun. When we went out for dinner, I just shot one straw wrapper. Remember, have you done that before? The waitress stopped taking our orders and looked straight at me and said, "What if everybody did that?" Well, now that looks kind of fun to me, but it's still not a good idea because you have wrappers going all over all these tables and interrupting everybody's dinner. And again, if you're not paying attention, you can get hit in the face or hit in the eye, and that wouldn't be good. After the football game, I just ran on the field to get the quarterback's autograph. The official waved his arms and said, "What if everybody did that?" Well, then you have a bunch of fans out on the field and they couldn't play the game. There's the team in their huddle. When I came home, I gave my mom a hug. Now, what if everybody did that? That would be pretty cool, actually. Everybody should. So I know during these times, we are supposed to stay inside. What if everybody stayed inside? Then this virus would go away quicker. And we wouldn't put a strain on our hospitals and our nursing staff and our doctors and everything like that. That's why we're staying inside. It's for our safety. But if everybody, I'm just going to go play with my friend's house. I'm just going to go there once. And it's no big deal. I'm just going to do it. But if everybody did that, then you run the risk of everybody getting sick and getting the virus. So that's why we have to do what we're told to do. We need to stay safe. We need to stay in, and before we know it, all of this will be over, and we'll all be seeing each other again. I hope you guys stay healthy and well, and have a good time, and we will see you soon.